Oh, hey! You just caught me doing what I love to do most. Doing absolutely nothing with no one around. My name's John, but you probably know me better as DigitalPh33r, a name I came up with when I was in a rush to get on Xbox Live to play Return to Castle Wolfenstein back in 2002 when I was 14. Back when I thought names like DigitalPh33r sounded cool and awesome, kinda like SSJ Vegeta or like Death Angel or some shit, except maybe not quite as gay. Anyway, welcome to my guide to making Halo 3 Machinima. Lately I've been getting a lot of emails from you guys regarding how to get started making Machinima, and this is my way of responding to you. So I hope you guys benefit from this tutorial. This is the first part, which will focus on the definition of Machinima, some tips, legal issues, and some other cool shit. We have a lot to get through, so I'll get right to it. I'll start off by answering the question, what is Machinima? The word Machinima is a contraction of the words machine cinema, and I define it as using a game engine, not necessarily Halo, as a medium to deliver a cinematic experience. Others use the term Machinima to describe gameplay montages and stuff like that, which is technically correct, but that sort of thing doesn't fit in my personal definition of the word. These aforementioned cinematic experiences can either be funny or serious and dramatic. But most of the time it's funny, since so many people have a problem pulling off the latter.
I'm gonna go on an unoriginal mission to stop the Covenant from doing some evil shit. Again.
No! Wait! Good luck.
Ha! I don't need luck, cliché military authority figure. I've got guns.
Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking right now how much of an asshole I am for making fun of people's attempts at serious Machinima. You're probably all like, whoa, he thinks he's so much better. He's so full of himself. He probably eats babies. It sounds cruel and elitist, but in all seriousness, there are a lot of bad attempts at serious Machinima out there. But I actually admire the guys putting this stuff out there for their desire to tell a great story, even if it is poorly executed and unwatchable, and I really hope this tutorial will fix that. Now, why Halo 3, I hear you ask? Well, Halo 3 was developed with Machinima in mind. Maybe not officially, but it's pretty obvious with the features at our disposal, the main one obviously being theater mode. In my educated opinion, it's the only console game with enough flexibility to make a decent piece of Machinima. On PC you have a bit more variety at least, since a lot of PC games let you detach the camera and stuff. Half-Life 2 is probably the best game on PC for Machinima, especially if you learn how to use that cool Valve Hammer editor shit and animate characters. But when it comes to consoles, Halo 3 is currently the best. If you're trying to create a cinematic Machinima experience on a console, stick with Halo 3. Don't make a Gears of War Machinima, they fucking suck dick. I've seen people make them. Marcus Phoenix is there in the corner, little gun reticule is still there in the middle of the screen, and there's no free camera, so it just looks really pathetic.
Hey, Marcus! Let's kill Locust and shit in one camera shot, because that's all we can do in this gay fucking movie!
The fact of the matter is that if your Machinima is too familiar to actual gameplay, then it's boring to watch. Unless, of course, it's a gameplay montage or a stunt video or whatever the fuck. But that's not what this tutorial is about. Not entirely, at least. The same goes for the likes of Grand Theft Auto 4. I mean, maybe you could pull something cool off. Maybe, since it has, you know, the cinematic camera view whenever you're in a car and you hold B or whatever, and that 3-zoom full rotation camera while you're on foot. But it'd be tricky, and chances are you probably couldn't execute it well. Which is a shame, you know, given how cool the Euphoria engine is, but whatever. This brings me to naming some of the pros and cons of Machinima. The thing with Cinematic Machinima, as I previously stated, is that you need to make it differ from actual gameplay as much as possible to make it interesting to watch. It needs to have great angles, and not consist of long, drawn-out shots that make it obvious that you're just clumsily flying the camera around in theater mode like a fucking idiot. If it doesn't have the cinematic quality, then your machinima becomes bland very fast, and they might as well just play the game itself. The great thing about machinima, Halo 3 machinima in particular, is that you have forge, vehicles, weapons, and explosions for free at your disposal, as opposed to arranging ridiculous stunts in live action for hefty prices. But that's also its greatest weakness. Machinima is not live action. So you have to excel in every other department you can. Music, cinematography, dialogue, sound effects, whatever, to make up for the fact that your viewers are essentially watching game footage. You have to make it worth the viewer's time to stop playing the game and listen to the story you have to tell. Okay, so we've covered the definition of machinima, what games to use as a medium, and some of the pros and cons of machinima. Now what about the legal issues? Another good reason to stick with Halo 3 for machinima is that Microsoft has a clear set of rules for people who want to use the games that they publish for machinima purposes. It's called Microsoft's Game Content Usage Rules, and you can find it at this URL. Paste this into your browser and read it. It tells you exactly what you can and can't do, and if you want to play it absolutely safe from a legal standpoint, they give you a disclaimer notice that you can put in the credits of your video. Now, when it comes to music usage, the world of music licensing can be very pricey. If the producers of a big feature film, for example, or a TV show wanted to use a single song from a specific band, they would have to pay for a license that can potentially cost thousands of dollars. It's a lot more expensive for commercials. Fortunately, there are websites on the internet that offer something called royalty-free music and sound effects that you can use as you please if you purchase a blanket license for a relatively low price. StockMusic.net offers music tracks for around $30 each, and SoundEffect.com has sweet sound effects for like $2 to $4 per sound. Of course, many people just ignore this shit and use popular music in their machinimas or gameplay montages anyway. I'm not sure how much of an issue this is, and I don't want to encourage the use of unlicensed music, but so far it doesn't seem to be a big deal, as tons of machinima music videos, cinematic machinima, and even just like Flash animations and stuff use unlicensed music all the time. As long as no money is made from it, and it's just used as background music with voices overlapping it and stuff, it doesn't seem to be a problem. And if it ever was, the music publishers would probably just tell you to take the video down or whatever. Hopefully.
There we go. This track from the Halo 3 soundtrack really makes my machinima a lot more exciting to watch. Hopefully Bungie and Marty O'Donnell don't mind and realize I just really admire Marty's work, and I want to make my machinima more exciting to watch without spending my entire allowance on music licensing, and that I have no malicious intent.
Go! 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 Cold Blue! This is Bungie! Get down to the ground!
Bungie? What are you doing here?
We've been monitoring your computer and detected that you're using unlicensed music in your machinima. We're under direct orders to remove your testicles and kill you. Blah, 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 blah. Hold your fire. I'd like to talk with the boy.
Marty O'Donnell? Well, I'm a huge fan of yours!
Silence, boy! Yes, it is I, Marty O'Donnell. Yes, I understand you've been using my music without my permission, little boy. Yes, indeed.
Please, Marty! Please, Marty O'Donnell! I don't want any trouble! Music licenses, they just cost so much! And I don't have that kind of money to spend!
Kill him! Shoot to kill! Open fire!
Actually, as of right now, it is stated on Microsoft's Game Content Usage Rules that Halo 3's soundtrack is available for use in your non-profit machinimas, thanks to some kind of special arrangement. If you do decide to use unlicensed music, though, be sure to at least credit the artist and stuff. Well, that's about all I have time for at the moment. But stay tuned for the next part of my tutorial, which will cover hardware and software and how to hook up shit properly so you can start capturing, as well as script writing, building sets in Forge, and acting out gameplay to be filmed in theater mode. Hopefully this will give you aspiring machinima directors a decent head start. Thanks for watching. See you later.